Hi guys, so I'm going to read Supreme number 42. So for right now, this is in my other independent comics playlist. But probably soon, if I read more IDW comics and Supreme comics, there'll be an IDW playlist and a Supreme playlist if I read 5 of them. But Supreme by Moore Bennett Veitch. In this issue, The Origin of Supreme, featuring Supremite, Kid Supreme's sweetheart, Judy Jordan, Radar, the Hound Supreme, Kid Supreme, the Menace of Supremium, Supreme's archenemy, Darius Dax, plus Kid Supreme's first historic meeting with the League of Infinity. At last, the comic you've dreamed about is here. The Supreme Story of the Year. Part 2. Proudly presented by Alan Moore, writer, Joe Bennett, penciler, Norm Rapmond, inker, flashback sequences by Rick Veitch, Steve Olive, colorist, Olip Optics, color separator, Todd Klein, letterer, Brent Braun, editorial assistant, Eric Stevenson, editor, Supreme created by Rob Liefeld. From the Diary of Ethan Crane, Thursday, August 3rd, 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. Meeting with Bill Friday and Lucas Tate. Omni-Man number 246, The Death of Omni-Man. Tate wants pencils by next week, latest. Diana Dane, new writer, Warrior Woman. Haven't read it yet. We'll maybe do an Omni-Man or Omni-Girl backup. Hopefully better than Bill's lead, which frankly sucks. 4:38 to 5:15 p.m. Something came up on my other job that needed attending to. 6:30 to 6:34 p.m. Penciled and inked Omni-Man number 246. Tomorrow, Friday, August 5th. Pick up rental car. Start vacation. So this is Little Haven's Supreme's home. So Secret Origins. Welcome to Little Haven, home of Kid Supreme. And someone put like a swastika over it and it says Boy Scout. And yeah, so someone graffitied the logo. But Friday, 2:30 p.m. Arrived, Little Haven. I could say it's not how I remember it. Except, of course, I don't remember it. Not really. It's as if, when I see something, I get a flood of memory, filling the gaps in my recollection. My past gets slowly colored in, or closed in. The highway's new, but the pine woods seem strangely familiar. The alternate Supremes of the Supremacy said that my newly revised history would crystallize around me. But I didn't expect memories that felt so real. I remember the smell of those pines. Things happened there. That was where I played when I was young, amongst those trees. That's where I tested myself. After walking in those silent woods a while, it came to me that something else had happened there. Something tremendously important. My steps led me to the hem of a deep crater, old and overgrown. Maybe I really did just pop into existence a few weeks ago, like those other Supremes said. But standing by that hole, I felt something. I felt a long, peculiar life will up around me. And even if my life's a tale the unwise wrote only yesterday, it started right there in that ditch. The memories were yellowed, fragments from an illustrated children's story. I'd been barely 5 years old. By popular demand, we bring you the amazing facts behind the Man of Majesty in this, the origin of Supreme, who he is, and how he came to be. One morning, many years ago, at Little Haven General Store.
Ethan, if you're going to walk radar, don't go too far. Me won't, Mommy. Me be good.
Oh, don't fuss over the boy, Joan. Little Haven's a good town. Besides, radar will protect him.
You're right, Joe. Our adopted son's perfectly safe.
But, in the pasture behind the store...
Bad radar! Him run after Bunny! Me chase him! Uh-oh! Doggy go in woods. Me no like it here.
Suddenly, something bright catches the toddler's eye.
Oh, shiny! Me see pretty ball. Me want.
His pet forgotten, little Ethan approaches the glowing object, not realizing that it is a meteorite from outer space.
Me feel bad. Feel sick.
The child collapses in the strange radiance, and an eerie transformation takes place.
Me turn white. Everything turn white.
Luckily,
Your master in trouble. Must save him. Light from glowing thing bad. Make sick. Must be strong. Must rescue master.
soon,
Joe, look! It's radar, and he's dragging Ethan.
Holy smokes! I better see what's happened. He's breathing, thank golly. But his hair and skin have turned completely white, just like Radar's fur.
We better get them to Professor Wells' house. Will they be okay, Prof?
hopefully, Ethan's skin is returning to normal, although his hair is still white. You say he'd been in the woods?
Maybe. Is that important?
I'll go find out. And maybe I'll wear this anti-contamination suit for my army work. Shortly, in the woods, Ethan showed signs of unknown mineral poisoning. This glowing meteorite may be responsible. I must retrieve it for study. Days later,
Ethan's recovering, Prof. How's that meteorite looking?
puzzling. Scientifically, it shouldn't even exist. I've named it Supremium. Young Ethan had a lucky escape. But the Cranes soon noticed something strange about their adopted son.
Me see ball.
But there's nothing there, son. You lost that ball weeks ago.
Oh, Joe, do you think there's something wrong with him?
I don't know where he's going now.
Ball under house. Me get. He's crawling under the house. I guess the ball could be under there.
But that's crazy. How could he see it through the floor?
But there are more surprises in store for the Cranes.
Oh my gosh, Joan! This can't be happening!
But it is. Little Ethan is lifting the whole store. Ethan, put the house down, son. Somebody might see. Yes, Mommy. Me be good.
It's incredible. Maybe that Supremium meteorite has given Ethan unusual powers.
You're right, Joseph. Our adopted son has become some sort of Supremite.
Soon rumors about a miraculous toddler are buzzing around Little Haven.
Tree's thirsty. Me giving them drink.
What the? Either that smoke is tricking my eyes, or there's a flying baby dousing that forest fire the drought caused. Good work, son. But you must keep your powers a secret.
It's all right, Joe. All that Sook dyed his hair black. Nobody would recognize him.
Thus young Supreme's famous disguise is accidentally invented, but still needs some finishing touches.
Jehoshaphat, that's a darn strange romper suit, Joan.
It's for Ethan's public appearances, made from the clothing affected by the meteorite. It's unusually tough.
Nor is little Ethan's transformation the only shock in store.
Fetch, doggy!
No, son. Don't use your strength. Supreme or Radar will never retrieve it.
But,
Well, I'll be. Looks like Radar got a dose of that Supremium energy as well. He's a Hound Supreme.
years pass. Soon, Ethan is old enough to understand his responsibilities.
You have great powers, son. Use them wisely.
I'll try, Pop. Don't forget to dye your hair before you go on patrol, son.
And so is born the legend of Little Haven.
Look up there in the sky. Is it an eagle? Is it an autogyro? No, it's Kid Supreme, the lad of laurels.
For many years, the boy of bronze keeps up an amazing dual existence, protecting Little Haven as Kid Supreme. Through a secret trapdoor, hidden tunnel, Kid Supreme's workshop, robot Suprematon decoys for emergencies. While maintaining his grades as promising student Ethan Crane.
Ethan, are you coming to school?
Sure thing, Judy.
I just have to remove this dye from my hair at Speed Supreme first. Oh, Ethan, look! There goes Kid Supreme. Why can't you be more like him?
Gee, Judy, I guess I'm just a retiring type.
If Judy only knew that's one of my Suprematon robot decoys. There are menaces too. Master Meteor, Corgo the Space Bully, and the evil Darius Dax.
Ugh, that ray! Turning me into a human jigsaw!
Perish! I, Darius Dax, am truly the world's most tremendous teen.
Surviving all challenges, young Ethan quickly grows into a man.
Mom? Pop? I need to see the world beyond Little Haven, but I hate leaving you alone. You won't be, son. We have a surprise. Joseph and I decided to adopt another child. Meet your sister, Sally. Hi, are you my big brother?
I guess so. I'm just so happy for all of you.
Thus, Ethan leaves Little Haven after one final visit.
Ethan, I know you're Kid Supreme. Always have done. Your secret's safe with me, as is that Supremium meteorite. Gee, Prof, I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, youngster. Just get out there and serve the world as Kid Supreme. I will, except that I'm not a kid anymore. From now on, just call me Supreme.
And so, a hero is born.
I need somewhere to live and find peace. I'll construct my stronghold here in space, then transport it to Earth later.
Soon,
Perfect. The whole thing is hidden inside this permanent artificial cloud. It's my Citadel Supreme.
from his futuristic anti-gravity palace, Supreme scans the world for evil. A jewel robbery in Shanghai. I'll soon put a stop to that. While working by day alongside boyhood sweetheart Judy Jordan for Station Kazam.
And today, Supreme averted floods in India by pushing the continent from the path of a tidal wave.
That's amazing, Judy. More after this. With its platinum protector, Omega City faces threat after threat. Nice try, Dex, but your seismobot won't be leveling the city today. Bah! But soon the world itself needs defending.
Well, your blood sample was unusual, but you seem in good health. Welcome to this man's army, Private Crane.
Whatever the dangers to life and liberty, a new champion stands, like a beacon of hope in a darkening world. He is strong. He is steadfast. He is supreme. The end. From the diary of Ethan Crane. The woods were full of memories, colorful and oversimplified. The way things seemed when I was young. Back in town, my pop's general store is now a Dunkin' Donuts. I guess nobody would remember the Crane family.
Ethan, oh my God, it can't be you. Ethan Crane?
Yes, I'm Ethan Crane. I'm sorry, but who are you?
Judy Jordan. Oh, what am I thinking of? Ethan must be in his 70s, like me. You must be a relative or something.
Yes. I'm Ethan Crane Jr. My, father told me lots about you, Miss Jordan. You work together in radio?
You bet. Radio Kazam. I run the Kid Supreme Museum here in Little Haven now. Come and visit.
Wow, what a collection. You have the old Kid Supreme cereal giveaways and everything.
Well, lots of folks around Little Haven contributed souvenirs. Tell me about your father. Is he...
So there's Neptunian flying saucer, captured by Kid Supreme, the iron earthworm of Abyssius the Pepperman, growth gun of Mr. Big, Corgo the Space Bully's power belt. That looks like the Infinity Gauntlet, that one. I'm afraid my dad passed on some time ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Ethan was a wonderful man. If it hadn't been for my crush on Kid Supreme, well, who knows?
And it says Radar, the Hound Supreme's first caller.
There's hardly anyone left now, from the old days. Professor Well is gone, and Chief O'Brien. Even Darius Dax finally died. Seems like I'm the only one left, living outside town with my little granddaughter. Just me. And my memories. Help me, Kid Supreme, before Darius Dax's Tremendadroid crushes me.
Kid Supreme, the adventures of Supreme as a boy. Don't worry, Judy. I'm coming. What the? How can Kid Supreme be rescuing Judy when I'm Kid Supreme? Ethan Crane alongside Kid Supreme? And it isn't a robot decoy, a dream, or an impossible story? How can this be? Find out in The Hoaxers from Beyond History. One day, when Ethan Crane is on his way to school...
Help me, Ethan. I've been robbed.
Holy smokes! It's Professor Wells. What happened, Prof?
Somebody slugged me from behind, but I don't know what's been stolen.
It's a puzzle, all right.
Look out, everybody!
Whatever's wrong?
That crazy Dax kid has unleashed another giant robot on Little Haven.
Jeepers! I better go see. We'll solve your burglary later, Prof. What kind of trouble is that juvenile delinquent genius cooked up now?
Great guns! It's horrible!
Hear me, you pitiful provincial ignoramuses. This is Darius Dax speaking. Unless Kid Supreme dares to face my Tremendadroid, here and now, I'll drop the high school beauty queen.
Holy cow! That's Judy in that robot's metal mitt. I have to save her, even if it means revealing my secret identity to this crowd. There's no other choice. Hold it right there, Dax.
It's Kid Supreme! Thank heavens! What in tarnation?
That isn't one of my Supreme Aton robot decoys. And it sure as heck isn't me. And, as Ethan looks on, bewildered, wait a minute! I must be sure you're the real Kid Supreme. His robot decoys can fly too, you know. Try me. I know that Kid Supreme's robots aren't indestructible like he is. My tremendous flame ray will soon put that to the test. Ha! Is that the best you can do? It tickles. Bah! Then let's see you use your Vision Supreme to melt something. Will the chain supporting that sign do? Shh! Crimey, this phony is as good as the original. He's almost gotten even me believing him. A store sign is nothing. I want a display of your famous strength supreme. Coming up, and don't say you didn't ask for it. The shockwave from that single step, rocking even my Tremendadroid. There's no doubt about it. You really are Kid Supreme. Ah! In which case I can spring my trap, and there is no further need for this hostage. He's dropped Judy. This time, I've got to act. But, as the Little Haven legend springs into action,
Kid Supreme, wait. There's no need to reveal your identity.
Are you crazy? Judy's falling. And how do you know who I am, anyway?
That's a long story. But as you see, Judy isn't falling. That's because I've frozen time.
It's incredible. Everyone but us is still as statues. Who are you? And how did you do that?
I'm Zayla Zarn from the 25th century, but most people call me Future Girl. Well, my chrono field as time paused. I'd better introduce you to the other League of Infinity members.
League of Infinity?
Youths from many ages, banded together to fight crime across time. Meet Gigantothro from the Stone Age, our sharpshooter, young Bill Hickok, and our 17th century enchantress, Witch Wench.
This is unbelievable.
Not as unbelievable as you'll find our time tower. Witch Wench is just opening a doorway into it now.
But what about Judy and the Darius Dax's robot?
They'll be fine. Remember, time isn't passing while my chrono field is switched on. Now, step through here, and we'll show you our headquarters.
Great galaxies! What a place!
It's a tower we've constructed down to the central bore of time itself. The stairs go all the way down to the Big Bang, and up to the end of the universe. That balcony up there, for example, is the 1990s. Look, there's one of your future selves looking down.
Gosh, will I really be that husky in only 60 years?
I guess so. Hey, look, he's waving to you. Wave back, and then I'll show you our trophy room and explain why we're here.
Boy, you must have been through lots of adventures.
Oh, some of these trophies are from adventures we haven't even had yet. You see, the whole eternity is in our domain.
So there's Dino Man, Minotaur, the Tomorrow Tyrant, who looks a lot like Doctor Doom, kind of, and Morgana Le Fay. Zayla's right, partner. And since you're the orneryest hombre in this here century, we figure we'd corral you for our posse. Roar!
Master William speaks truly. Wilt thou join our fellowship, boy of bronze?
Since my future self is wandering your balconies up there, in a way I guess I already have. Now will somebody please tell me what's going on?
I'll try. Our time scanners showed that Darius Dax had attacked Littlehaven on this date, using a weapon that could prove deadly to you.
His Tremendadroid? Don't make me laugh. I could have handled that easily.
It's worse than that. Dax has stolen the Supremium meteorite from your friend Professor Wells, having calculated that it could harm you.
So that's what slugged the prof. I might have known. We figured we bushwhacked that Dax varmint by using the phony Kid Supreme. Well, whoever he is, he certainly has all my powers.
Ha ha ha! Not quite. Bill's sharpshooting snapped that chain, while Witch Wench helped our volunteer fly by using magic. Giganthro made that earth-shaking stomp from hiding.
Roar! But how could your substitute survive that fire blast? Or that meteorite that Dax plans to use on him?
Easy. Our fake Kid Supreme is none other than the boy Achilles, invulnerable hero of ancient Greece. Now, if everything's clear, we can return to Littlehaven 1933, once Witch Wench opens the door. Remember, stay clear of Dax and his meteorite, and let us handle everything.
But what about Judy?
Simple. Just be waiting in position to catch her when I switch off my chrono field.
Like this?
That's just fine. Action stations, everyone. I'm switching off the chrono field. Now! Woof! Ethan, you caught me!
Glad to lend a hand, Judy. Prepare to perish, Kid Supreme! Before my meteorite of death!
What? You're not affected!
It would take more than that to hurt me, Dax. Bah! Too bad your Tremendadroid isn't as tough. That meteorite goes back to Professor Wells, and you go back to reform school. I bet magic really toppled that robot. Those kids make a good team.
Well, Kid Supreme, may have saved the day again, but you saved me. You were wonderful, Ethan.
I guess Kid Supreme isn't the only hero around here. After peace is restored on the outskirts of town, I thought I'd find you here. I just wanted to thank you for your help. It was an honor, Kid Supreme. Will you still join us? I couldn't be in better company, Achilles. Then welcome to the League of Infinity. Be assured we'll contact you when you're needed. Witch Wench, open the time tower. We must depart. They're gone. I wonder if I'll ever really see them again. Only time will tell, lad of laurels. That and the future adventures of Kid Supreme. The end.
Excuse me. The museum closes soon, and my granddaughter's meeting me from school. We plan to visit Littlehaven Cemetery. If it's on your way out of town, perhaps you could join us?
I'd love to just see my grandparents' graves. Can I buy a couple of these postcards, incidentally?
Oh, they're on the house. Here's Hilda now. Hi, Grandma. Do you have a customer? He's a friend, Hilda. Or at least the son of a friend. His name's Mr. Crane, and he'll be coming with us to the cemetery.
Pleased to meet you, Hilda.
Hi, Mr. Crane. Did you know my grandma in the old days?
Well, no. But I've seen pictures of her back then. And she was a real beauty. Just like you.
You're nice.
Sorry, I can't do the little girl voice, as I'm still kind of getting over my flu kind of a little bit. So sorry about, but...
He takes after his father. The cemetery's just over there.
Here they are. Joseph and Joan Crane. The graves look well kept.
Oh, I take care of 'em when I'm up here tending my folks' graves. Then, of course, I always try to spend a little time with this one, over here.
Darius Dax. I heard about him. Wasn't he an enemy of Supreme? It says Darius Christian Dax, 1916 to 1968. Peace, peace, he is not dead. He doth not sleep.
The worst. But I guess he had a soul, like everyone else. Before cancer took him, he sent me a religious book as a farewell present. I hear Supreme is back on Earth. You ever see him?
Well, we're both in a megalopolis. I met him once or twice.
Do you really know Supreme? Will you give me this drawing I did of him? You'll have to excuse Hilda. She's currently infatuated with Supreme. I guess it's a family trait.
I'll give it to him when I see him, Hilda. I'm sure he'll love it.
That's sweet of you. Now come along, Hilda. Let's get you home and fed. Maybe we'll see you next visit, Ethan Jr. You take care now.
From the Diary of Ethan Crane. I got back to a megalopolis at 9:30 p.m. and returned the rental. 10:45 p.m. A couple of things on my other job needed tidying up before bedtime. Little Haven was good for me. It's given me leads to follow. Like that amazing dog or the Cloud Citadel. It's filled in the jigsaw pieces of my past around the edges. But there's still the gaping hole of my amnesia in the center. I still can't see the big picture. Next, the Citadel. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. If you have any requests you want me to do, just let me know down in the comments. And I'll tell you when I can do the requests. Some of my requests a lot of my core requests have been pushed back recently because I was sick. So I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, very sorry about that. But, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys later.